Welcome to Basic Brewing Radio for Thursday, October 30th, 2025. All Hallows Eve. I'm James Spencer. Here at Basic Brewing Radio, we're all about home brewing. This week, Josh Secaur from Gambit Brewing in St. Paul, Minnesota, answers the Mash Your Luck Challenge with a Black IPA salute to the Star Wars universe. Along with sharing details about that incredibly delicious beer, Josh walks us through his process of brewing a delicious no-boil hazy IPA, which we also sample. If you want to support us financially, check out patreon.com/basicbrewing, and many thanks to everybody who's helping out in that way. If you go to patreon.com/basicbrewing, you can see a long list of stuff that you can access if you sign up as a supporter. Financial supporters have already seen the video episode I'm planning to post on Friday. It's a Halloween special, appropriately. I bring up a 7-year-old blueberry sour that I brewed for Halloween in 2018. I bring it up out of the basement. How will it taste after the dust has been knocked off of it? Tune in Friday to find out. Also, financial supporters will be getting a bonus extra episode on Friday, Halloween, that we recorded after this show that you're about to hear. In that bonus episode, you'll hear Josh and Adam Ross of Twinspan Brewing roll a collaborative Mash Your Luck challenge. And Matt Giovanisi of Brew Cabin and Swim University shares a homebrew disaster story. That's all for financial supporters on Friday. I'm relying more heavily on Patreon people nowadays because you probably noticed we don't have as many ads as we used to. I've never hit the pavement looking for advertisers. Advertisers have always come to me, and I'm not about to start hitting the pavement and knocking on doors because I'm not a salesman. So it's mostly thanks to you supporting listeners who are keeping this show going, and I hope you enjoy the bonus show as a thank you. You may remember in last week's show, Chris Colby favorably mentioned the porter from Nogno from Norway. Well, a few days later, I got this message from Tom Young, the marketing manager of the brewery. Tom says, "Hi, James and Steve. I hope you're all well. I just got an email from a British fan who wanted to get our recipe for our Nogno porter after listening to your podcast. We always share our recipes to homebrewers, so that is already sorted out. I've followed you for several years, and I really appreciate what you've done for the beer community. All the best from Norway." How cool is that? Thanks very much to Tom for reaching out, and I asked Tom if he'd share the recipe with me so that I could pass it on to you. So get your pencils ready, and if you miss it, you can always rewind. But here's from Tom Tom Young of Nogno. He sent the recipe for their porter. This is based on a 5-liter batch. Malt, 77% Maris Otter pale malt, 8% crystal malt, 6% Munich malt, 4% chocolate malt, 3% black malt, 2% pale chocolate malt. Mash in and saccharification, mash in 65 degrees Fahrenheit, hold for 45 minutes, 72 C for 15 minutes, and a 78-degree C mash out. Strain off to 1062 or 15.5 Plato. Boil for 90 minutes. Hops. Bittering hops Aurora to 30 IBU. 3 grams per liter Northern Brewer hop at the last 15 minutes of the boil. If necessary, add water to get you to 1068 or 17 P. And for yeast, Tom says, neutral English ale yeast, we use WLP 007 from White Labs at 20 degrees Celsius. Add 0.1 milliliters per liter Clarity Firm or Brewer's Clarex for clarification and a gluten-reduced beer. He also sent me this link to help with the pronunciation. So here we go.
Nogno.
Nogno is how I'm getting there.
Nogno.
Nogno. So there you go. I'm trying my best. So again, thanks very much to Tom for sending that. I ordered ingredients from Dave at Small Batch Boutique in Tulsa to brew this beer. I got pretty close, I think, and I ordered a packet of A10 Darkness from our friends and sponsors at Imperial Yeast, which is coincidentally, they're seasonal. I think Darkness will be perfect for this big, rich Norwegian porter. Imperial's A10, the character of Imperial's A10 pairs flawlessly with roasted and caramel malts, while its high alcohol tolerance makes it your absolute go-to for high-gravity recipes and big, bold brews. With 200 billion cells in each easy-to-open packet of Imperial yeast, I usually don't make a starter for ales. But this packet I had was 3 months old, so the recommended shelf life from Imperial is 4 months, which is a long time. So I did make a 1-liter starter because this is a big beer, and, the yeast is 3 months old. But it was done in just a few hours. So, so regardless, I'm in great shape. I can't wait to taste what Imperial A10 Darkness does with this wonderful recipe. Thanks again to Tom at Nogno for sharing it. Let me know if you all try it yourselves. Ask your local homebrew store about. I'm so excited I can't talk. Ask your local homebrew store about A10 Darkness from Imperial Yeast, and you can check out all the dependable deliciousness at imperialyeast.com. That's imperialyeast.com. Okay, let's taste another incredibly delicious dark beer from Josh at Gambit. Josh Secaur of Gambit Brewing in St. Paul, Minnesota. Welcome back to Basic Brewing Radio.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
This is all about you today.
That's a lot of pressure.
Well, to help relieve the pressure, you've got friends with you, and we've also got beers. So joining us, Scott Housel, home brewer from down in the Florida area. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, James.
Adam Ross from Twin Span Brewing in Bettendorf, Iowa. Welcome.
I want to point out you made a pressure joke and you didn't play the clip.
Dang it. Chris Colby, author of Methods of Modern Homebrewing, the Homebrew Recipe Bible, and How to Brew Hard Seltzer. I think I forgot to mention those last time.
Oh, dear.
And Matt Giovanisi.
Someone out there won't know how to brew hard seltzer.
Yeah, you haven't slammed hard seltzer in a while.
Yeah.
And Matt Giovanisi of Brew Cabin and Swim University. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Josh, I've got a little list of things to talk to you about. First of all, you scared the crap out of me. I looked at Instagram today, and I saw you on camera crying, apparently. And I was like, holy crap. And I never have the sound on when I'm scrolling. And I was like, holy crap, something bad, really, really bad has happened. And talk about the horrible news that you were talking about.
Well, it was kind of a big deal in St. Paul for us. I went nearly 2 weeks without a hazy IPA on tap. And the amount of grief that I took for it, Katie, our social media manager, and I decided that we should probably film something to apologize to the people.
So you did a mea culpa, a tearful mea culpa.
Tearful, yeah.
And it scared the crap out of me because I was like, oh my God, what now?
Well, I'm happy to know there's 2 hazies on tap now. There's a black IPA on tap now. Cold IPA is coming right down the line. 2 pale ale. There's plenty of hoppy beers in St. Paul.
Awesome. And Susan and I took a train trip. We rode the Empire Builder from Chicago up to Seattle, and I looked at the route, and it went through St. Paul. In fact, it stopped at St. Paul, I guess, Union Station.
Yep, Union Depot. Yeah,
which is
about, a block away from the brewery.
I was like, all right, maybe we can, like set up some kind of a meeting or something real quick. But I found out that we came through at 11:15 at night, and it was only to let passengers off and pick. It wasn't like a 30-minute stop. So I wasn't going to ask you to stay up all night just to, wave at me through the fence, So it broke my heart,
blow
though.
Kisses.
Yeah, exactly. It broke my heart that I was so close to the brewery. And I was even scheming with, the car attendant, Stuart, who was very nice. I was like, how long are we going to be in St. Paul? And what time is it going to be? And is it possible that I could run down to the end of the thing? And he was like, well, I'll hold it as long as I can. So he was conspiring with me to possibly pick up fresh beer in St. Paul, but it didn't happen.
Well, next time.
But the good news is that Susan says that we just need to make a trip up there. And
that sounds good.
There's a direct flight from Northwest Arkansas to Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Oh, perfect.
So who knows? And maybe we. I would feel guilty visiting your brewery before I visited Adam's brewery.
Were there a lot of direct flights at Bettendorf?
Hey, we have an quote international airport in town. Like 6 terminals. It would be a fun road trip, James. So you could go across the entirety of Missouri.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
And then the entirety of Iowa after visiting me.
Well, we'll see. Since I've got Susan's sign off, then we'll have to make it happen. So the main reason we're together is, Josh, you have sent your Masher Luck beer.
Yeah, right on time, I think.
Yeah. A little early, if that.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out when you. I was looking in the archives. I couldn't figure out when you actually did it, and I wrote it down, but I didn't write down the date.
I want to say it was like January. It was a long time ago, and it just never fit, and then I finally forced myself. I was like, okay, I need to get this done, and I'm super happy with it. Like, the beer's been super well received. People like it, so.
Well,
it was January 2nd.
Oh, look at Scott! Wow.
Wow.
The little table.
Thank you. Well, I'm thrilled with the label, and I'm anxious to hear about the concept. But in the back it says a collab with, and it's got the Basic Brewing logo, Masher Luck series. So this is going up on the shelf with the other beer collectibles in the kitchen. So. So Josh, do you remember what your criteria were on this? Your Masher Luck thingies?
I believe it was a mid ABV, mid bitterness, black beer, sci-fi inspired
ale.
Is there another one?
Yeah,
and an ale. And an ale. Yeah.
Excellent.
So right away, my brain went instantly to Black IPA, as it's want to do.
Well, I'm excited. I'm opening. Tell us about this beer.
Good. So my kind of concept, as soon as it was sci-fi inspired, I really, I love Black IPAs. They're a style that I kind of wish hadn't sort of faded, and it's nice that they're still out there. You can still find them, but they're not, for a while there, I think they were kind of all over the place. But I really like them. And when we went sci-fi inspired, it's like, well, I haven't done a Galaxy beer in a while, and I had heard some pretty good things about this year's crop of Galaxy. So it's like, all right, we're going to do a Galaxy Black IPA and do some sort of a Star Wars something beer. And then I thought, well, okay, we were watching one of the Star Wars TV series, and there's the space whales. Like, oh, I'll call it Save the Space Whales. That'll be funny. And then it's like, well, if I'm gonna call it Save the Space Whales, then the bartenders are gonna have to explain what the hell is a space whale. Well, that'll irritate them a little bit. So I might as well go all the way and just call it Save the Purrgils, where a Purrgil is a space whale in Star Wars. So now they get to explain all the time, what is a Purrgil and why are there these weird whales on the label of the cans?
I love it. I have to admit that I haven't delved into that branch of the Star Wars universe yet.
Yeah.
Is that the books or something?
They show the Purrgils show up in one of the cartoon shows, Rebels, and then there was an Ahsoka show on Disney Plus last year that they show up in there too. You can only see them when you're at hyperspace. So
right.
But when I take it out I've taken it to a couple beer festivals, and you can always tell the Star Wars nerds because their eyes light up instantly when they see the artwork and the name. They're like, "Is this a Star Wars beer?"
Plus, you got the font on the can.
Font is the Star Wars font. Yeah,
Now you cleared this with Lucas, is that right?
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
If they want to come sue me, I could maybe use the publicity. It'd be fine.
And because of that, this beer is canon. Is that correct?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Extended universe, right?
Yeah, wonderful.
Excellent.
I think you have to clear it with Mickey Mouse these days.
Yeah, that's
Oh
true.
yeah.
Yeah, ever since my cousin Daryl and I saw the original Star Wars on the opening weekend back in 1977, we saw it, and there were like 4 other people in the theater on the matinee, and then the next week they were around the block. So we were early adopters.
Nice.
But I've since fallen, out of the. There's too much Star. I never thought I'd say it, but there's just too much Star Wars nowadays. I can't keep up.
It's a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Agreed.
Andor is worth watching.
100%.
Yeah.
You're gonna watch
For sure.
anything.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And what's the other one? See, I can't even remember which ones we've seen.
Skeleton Crew is fun for live action. I haven't seen any of the cartoons, but Skeleton Crew is aimed for kids. It was kind of like Goonies in space.
Is Andor the baby Yoda one?
No, that's the Mandalorian.
Oh, that was good too.
He's also good.
I like that
Andor is
one.
one of the best things I've watched in quite a while.
Yeah, I think Andor is the best Star Wars besides Episode 5. Am I right?
It's
Yes, you're
Star Wars
right.
without all the
Absolutely.
space wizards and with a lot of just political unrest and
Yeah.
Very cool.
political intrigue.
This is delicious.
What's the show about? Star Wars.
Right now, it's about Star Wars.
This now.
I have a feeling most of our audience, wouldn't mind if we just drifted over into Star Wars, but
Oh,
so I think it's delicious. I think it's slightly roasty. It's not like super, in your face with the roast. I think that the hops are really very nice. It certainly looks, like a black IPA. I want to drink all of it very quickly, but I'll I'll try to maintain composure. Who wants to go first, Matt?
I was gonna say, can you go over your process
yeah.
for this beer?
Yeah, for sure. Like, do you want? I can go through a recipe, like kind of a. I don't have a 5-gallon one, but
No,
percentage. Sure.
percentages is great,
Yeah.
and mostly process because, I'm just curious about when and how you added hops and.
Yeah, so this is just like a quick recipe. It's like 80% Pilsner malt, 5% Munich, 7% Carapils, 5% Carafe 3, the special, so just basically just color, and then like 3% of like a pale chocolate, like a crisp pale chocolate malt. Which in this, I think I really like the chocolate character this beer has, and I think it works. I always like chocolatey beers with the kind of tropically hops. I think that like sort of chocolate mango, chocolate orange thing kind of works.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have about 15 IBUs. I just use CTZ right at the beginning of the boil. I almost always first wort hop everything.
Did you mash the dark grains all at the same time?
Yep.
Okay.
I mill them and mash them all, just regular. I haven't
Okay.
had a big issue, at least on my system, with any astringency or anything
Okay.
like that. And it's just I don't have time to
Sure.
steep them separate. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
and then so really it's a 60-minute boil with just a little bit of CTZ at the beginning, and then I used like a pound per barrel. I use 5 pounds of Citra at flame out. So for a 195 degree whirlpool, and then it's just dry hopped with a bunch of Galaxy, and then I used some Galaxy terpenes from Abstracts in the bright tank.
Yeah, when you said chocolate orange,
Yeah.
I think that nailed it right there. Just like yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't cheat and just use Cinnamar. That's usually what I do with my black IPAs: is make a regular IPA and add a bunch of Cinnamar.
I've never used Sinmar ever, and I've always been super curious how it works. Like, and it did. Yeah, I've never done it though. Even
It
home.
adds a little bit of roast. It's what your carafa is doing. It's basically
Yeah.
like liquid carafa, cold
Okay.
cold extracted,
Yep.
and it adds quite a bit of color, but you need to use quite a bit to get it to black IPA standards. I want to say like a gallon per. Well, no. I think I did 5 gallons, 7 barrel batch, and it
Okay.
got to about this level.
Yeah.
Um, and it's thick. It's like a syrup.
Hmm. Yeah.
What's the benefit of doing that over just like roast grains? Is it cheaper? Is it easier to use?
Well, the last black IPA I made was an IPA that came out darker than spec out of the fermenter or out of the kettle. And so I'm like, well, it's a black IPA now. So I threw in Galaxy, actually. Every time I've done a black IPA, I like to include Galaxy because I'm a nerd, not because of any like sensory reasons. But you did a great job having Galaxy show up here, Josh.
Yeah, I think it works, and I
Yeah.
like a little bit of roast in the black IPAs. I don't want it to go as far as like a porter, but I like that little bit of difference from everything else.
Yeah, I think too much roastiness clashes with the bitterness of the hops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, agreed.
Scott, what do you think?
Yeah.
I think it's great. There's something, I know this is really detailed, but there's something that reminds me of food in the aroma and the taste. And I think I've narrowed it down to like an, I mean, I don't eat meat, but like an orange tofu. I was going to say orange chicken. But there's something with like the little bit of like some people will say soy sauce when they have a roasty beer. And that's what I couldn't figure it out. And I think that's what it is just a little bit of that. But yeah, I think it's delicious. I'm on the fence about black IPAs, but you make a good one and I'm in anytime.
Yeah. I think it's the Citra is bringing a lot of the orange character, even that Whirlpool charge. The roasty chocolate, it's going to bring a little savory. The carafa and the chocolate. I get Galaxy makes me think of man, words are escaping me today. That's great for a podcast. It's the when you get real traditional like Mexican chili con carne. You get that little herb. There's this like green
Episode.
Yes, thank you. That's what I get off of Galaxy a lot. Maybe it's just because we make a lot of Mexican food in our kitchen next door to the brewery, and I've just connected it mentally.
Yeah.
But that's the food component I'm getting out of this is almost like a really good chili.
This is a really good beer. I like this. Over the years when I was a home brewer, well, I mean, I still am, but you know.
In theory.
In theory. Yeah. But I had two beers that I brewed like over and over. I had a pale ale recipe that I brewed over and over, and I had a porter recipe that I brewed over and over. And so I got to really like dark beers and come to appreciate when they're brewed well.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I really like about this beer is that the roast character is well done. It's like a lot of times with darker beers, people, if they don't do their water chemistry right, the pH drops too low and it tastes thin and just not very good. And like the aroma just closes off if once the pH drops too low in a dark beer. But this you can smell. You know, you can smell the roast in the nose along with the hops, and it's not like a porter level roast, but it's there and it's nice, and all the other things that the other guys said are right. But I just really appreciate the dark grain, the way the dark grains are handled, and how flavorful and aromatic they are in this beer.
Yeah, Josh, how did you approach the water chemistry?
So I approached this. I kept the water fairly soft, not quite to the level of chloride as I would do in like a hazy IPA, but kind of halfway there from. So I wanted to keep this beer softer to try and not make it harsh. I didn't want a sharp edge on it. I wanted to keep it a little more rounded, a little more not sweeter, but so the chocolate notes can kind of come out and it doesn't turn ashy.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I lived in St. Paul because I would drink this to death. This is Black IPA is one of my favorite styles. Nobody makes it. Nobody sells it. And usually when they do, I always find them to be a bit harsh.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is not harsh at all. I would say the thing I'm getting that that Christmas British orange.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
I'm getting I'm getting like pithy orange peel in the nose, and I get the chocolate. I mean, the pale chocolate. I feel like I can taste that in every single beer that has it, even if it's in a very small amount. And I think I think the move of going with softer water on this one was probably the right move, just because of the hops. And I think if you would have gone perhaps a little bit too much in the sulfate level, it would have been that harshness. You would have had that like porter-esque, like hoppy porter, which you know what? I still mess with that. You know what I mean? I'm still going to drink a hoppy porter. I'm still going to drink, but I think this is fantastic. I think this is a crowning achievement in Black IPA recipe development and process and brewing. So cheers to that. That's awesome.
Wow.
Well, thank you. My
I'm literally going to crush
larger
this.
now.
I'm going to crush this, and I'm going to go take a nap.
Yeah, Josh, your head no longer fits in the little square on the Zoom screen.
Sure.
So,
Hey,
Well,
Josh,
I'll definitely shoot you my Beersmith recipe, or however you accept recipes. I'd love to see you brew it on your side and see what it comes out like.
Yeah, the hop product you use? What was it? When did you use it?
So it's from a company called Abstracts, is where I get it from. There's a few different places that
And
make
it's not a lot, right? It's like a small amount.
For this was 4 ounces in 5 barrels.
That's
so
wild.
Nothing. Matt's the Adam's the expert on this. So.
Yeah, I would, for a homebrew batch, you can get samples from them. 5 milliliters for 5 gallons brings an awful big punch.
And this is the thing they use for weed, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's kind of where it was.
Sorry, marijuana.
They do have the marijuana, the cannabis varietals, but they
that's
also
that's where the technology began, right? And then
but now they're doing
hops.
Hops, and they're doing fruit as well. So they do extractions and then lab recreations of
what's the consistency? Is it like is it that really thick syrupy?
It's
like skim milk.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what I was going to say. It's like skim milk.
Skim milk. It mixes in like nothing. It's crazy.
And you put it right into you said the bright.
I put it into the bright. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I just mix it in right at the end, so you could put it in your, like, if you're kegging, I would just put it in your keg when you are running into your keg, and it'll naturally mix in. And it's crazy. I've used some of the fruit ones, and even like I put 4 ounces of passion fruit in a hazy, and I thought it was too much. People liked it, but I thought it was too much at 4 ounces in 5 barrels, which is like 190 gallons. And 4 ounces I thought was too strong. So it's crazy how strong, how potent it is.
So I take it you haven't like dipped your pinky in it and like tasted it just to like taste.
Oh no!
Oh, for sure I did.
Yeah,
I regretted it. Yeah.
Oh,
Don't do that.
What's the sensation you get when you do that?
Tingly, very tingly.
Tastes like burning.
Panic.
Yeah.
Panic. I screwed up.
Yeah.
That's a sensation.
how long does that last?
I'm in danger.
It was passion fruit that I tried, and if you get it on your fingers, you'll smell like passion fruit or
So
hop, whatever.
So it looks like the blood of the android in Alien 2. Am I getting that right?
Very, very close. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to give you an idea, Matt, of the potency of it, we use some of the cannabis terpenes in one of our beers, and my brewer Austin always used to like to show off that we use these terpenes. So he'd open the little jar, the little 4-ounce jar, out in the dining room. We had some customers come in and complain to our management that our staff were
smoking.
They were smoking.
Wow.
That it was that strong, and so I forbade him now to not open any of these jars out in the dining room. So, I mean, it is. Every time I use it in a beer, staff walk by the brewery and they give me a look and they go, "Oh, Adam, what are you up to?"
and it was Galaxy Abstract, right?
Yep. This was all Galaxy. Yep. And it doesn't. I don't think it completely replaces like a dry hop, but it lifts everything up a little bit.
Was it the Quantum or the Omni?
I use Omni for this one.
Okay. Yeah. I use actually with my year-round IPA that uses Galaxy. I do a mix of Quantum and Omni Galaxy. I just love they bring different expressions.
Okay, I haven't used them side by side really, or had them. I've never had the bottles side by side of a specific hop, so that'd be interesting.
One is the 2019 harvest of Galaxy locked in. That's the I always get them wrong.
Yeah.
Quantum is the one made in the lab. Is the recreation of the 2019 harvest, and then the other one is whatever last year's harvest was.
Okay. I like that they can do that, so they can pick like the Galaxy was the best it's ever been in 2019. That's when everybody went crazy
Right.
for Galaxy.
Yep.
And they can just we're just gonna reverse engineer that and make it, and it's available.
Wow.
So big brewery, like I'm not big enough to have a specific lot of Azaka that I really like, but if you are, you can send that in and just say, hey, I want to always have this specific Azaka all the time.
Yeah, we're not big enough to have to even get our hands on anchovy, but I have anchovy terps, and that is a fun hop to play with.
The one
a couple
time I
of you have
used
tried
it,
it.
I loved it.
How did this sell in the tap room? Because I make black IPAs, and maybe mine aren't as good as this, but I have like a diehard fan base of black IPAs, like Mr. Matt, but no one else seems to care. And so these people are like, why do you make more black IPAs? And I'm like, because you and your friends are the only ones who drink it.
Yeah. It's never going to outsell any regular IPA, but it's one of those beers where the people that are kind of the older school beer nerds are going to come in and see it, and they order it instantly.
Yeah.
And then we'll get groups of people that'll come in, and one person will get it and they'll be like, wait a minute, I thought you got an IPA. What is that? And then they try it, and then it's one of the, like, once people try it, then they're into it.
Is that dark beers in general?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And if a lot of them, if it's like, well, if it's not an oatmeal stout, it's dark, I'm scared of it. But then once one person tries, hey, try this, this is good, then it catches on.
So is this going to be on, is it still around, and is it still going to be around the last week of the month?
Yeah, it should be. For sure.
Because I think this is the official date of this one. This episode is going to be the day before Halloween. So, ooh, everybody.
Ooh, spooky.
So everybody, everybody go down to. I'm sure Gambit's going to be hopping on Halloween.
Yeah, we're probably doing a party. Maybe don't quote me on that, but I think we'll probably be open and doing a costume thing of some sort.
So are you going as Baby Yoda?
I don't know if I can pull off Baby Yoda, but I'll try. Yeah, I got to find a little like.
Sorry, Grogu. Is that correct?
Grogu. Yeah.
No, he's Baby Yoda. His name is Baby Yoda.
Baby.
Well, you could look. You could make yourself up to look like what's his name? Pedro Pascal. Is that his name?
Yes. Got a lot of work to do if I'm going to look like Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, go as Pedro Pascal as the Mandalorian.
Go as what is it? Yogurt from Spaceballs.
Yeah. Go as yogurt.
Pizza the Hut.
Yeah.
Ew.
Well, I'm going to leave. I still have about half of that beer left. Does everybody have? Does everybody have the 2,000 light years away hazy IPA?
No. I mean, I can talk to the 2 ounces I had left in the can.
Yeah.
I didn't write down notes on.
Yeah, Josh had some shipping issues with his batch. This is maybe the most problematic shipping experience we've had on sending beers.
It's a massacre.
It really was. UPS was not thrilled with me for about a week.
They lost like 3 boxes, and then another showed up demolished. So,
did yours actually finally show up demolished?
No.
Yeah,
I just never got it.
Yeah, it's not a good week.
Yeah. Well, and somehow the can of Space Ghost White Ale like dove into the scissors as I was opening the package. So I punctured one myself. So I had to drink that one, but that was fantastic. So I don't know if we'll get to that today, but that was a really delicious white ale.
Well, I didn't get that one because that went out with the second shipping, and I got
okay.
All of my beers came intact because, and this is a segue into the next section, because they were padded by hops that Josh sent me. I guess you got a bunch of samples from somebody.
Yeah, from Crosby Hop Farms out in the Pacific Northwest. So they sent me a bunch of samples, and I tore some of them open and smelled them. I hate doing it because it's about 4 ounces of hops usually when they send a sample. I thought, I think it would be a better use of these hops to, send them down, and we'll do some hop sampler beers with them, because they're all the hops from Crosby are great. They're mainly all grown on their farms, and the quality's always been super good. So,
well, thank you very much for that. You sent me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different hops, 3 of which we hadn't had on a hop sampler before. So this past week, I made a hop sampler with New Zealand Pacific Sunrise, CGX Strata, and CGX Comet. And CGX is a concentrated hop product, right? Is that
it's like their version of the cryo stuff. Yeah.
So and I think Pacific Sunrise is fairly high in alpha acid, so I used 14 grams of that, or half an ounce, and then half of that each of the Strata and the Comet. So those are fermenting right now. But then we've also got a Zaka, New Zealand Motueka, Kashmir, El Dorado, or as we say here in Arkansas, El Dorado, and Idaho 7. And so, you guys, I've also got enough dry extract to do another round of the hop sampler. So just thinking of what you guys think of those varieties and comparing and contrasting, and should I make another hop sampler with 3 of those remaining? Thoughts? Adam? Start with you. Do you need a refresher of the hops that we've got?
Cashmere, I heard of Cashmere and El Dorado.
Yeah.
Those are 2 of the hops in our year-round hazy IPA. That's like our best seller. So I love that combo. Maybe I shouldn't say that, because then when we do a hop sampler, I could have a competitive edge, perhaps. If you label them correctly.
Doubtful. Doubt it.
I didn't hear it. What was the third hop? Idaho 7?
So it's Azaka, New Zealand Motueka, Kashmir, El Dorado, and Idaho 7.
Man, I like all of those. Yeah, let's do it. I'll drink anything with those hops in it.
Should I just
do like a secret combo? Like you combo the hop, like 2 hops in 1 beer. We have to figure out.
Oh God.
So
we can't even figure out one.
Yeah. I guess so. All right. I'm just trying to make it more challenging, since I pretty much nailed every single one we've been on, right? Pretty much, I said. Pretty much.
Okay. All right, Icarus.
It is hot.
This brings us to our an email based on a previous hop sampler. Will from Butte, Montana, writes in defense of Zappa, and Zappa was the hop that we got together, and all but Adam and Scott got together and tasted and said it basically tasted like Matt Giovanisi's grandmother's menthol ashtray. So So Will wrote a nice note. He said, I wanted to write in to defend Zappa. It's named Zappa with permission from the family. And CLS Farms did make an effort to guide people on best use practices for Zappa. So I don't besmirch anyone for their preferences. In matters of taste, everyone is correct. Now to the defense of Zappa, so please don't throw them in the crappa. Neo-Mexicanus hops are rarely suited for use as a single hop, in my experience. Neo-Mexicanus Western hops are one of two indigenous hops to North America, along with Lupuloides Eastern. They tend to have a strong character that limits the amount that should be used. I like to use Zappa, but never as a single hop. I view it as salt or MSG. A little turns up the flavors, but you don't want the flavor to be salt. I use it as a blend with 2 or 3 other hops in late-stage hopping. It's a quarter or less of the total weight of hops. It seems to punch up the flavor and aroma of complementary hop combos you use it with. CLS Farms recommended no more than 10% of the dry hop addition. I've used it in stouts to bring out the coconut. I use it in my empty pale ale, which is all local Montana malt from, not my sponsor, Montana Craft Malt. I use it in a gluten-free hoppy beer with Cascade and Ella, which is one of the most aromatic beers I've had. I tend to brew the same way I would cook, choosing flavors with intent and layering them in. Not all my beers have complex hop combos, but I'm quite comfortable pushing complexity without getting a muddled result. Denny Kahn calls it flavor imagination, and I think that's a pretty good description. He closes with, really enjoy the show. Thank you, Will. I still can't hear 1066 without laughing until there's something in my eye. So somebody out there gets our Battle of Hastings jokes. Thanks to you, Steve, and the rest of the cast of characters you host for the entertainment and knowledge. Will from Butte, Montana. So thank you, Will. So I still have probably less than an ounce of Zappa, if we want to throw that into the mix.
I'm good.
I'm email. Yeah.
There's a time and a place for Neo-Mexicanus. I've used it in like a porter and a stout. They throw off weird, like we just decided, weird flavors.
It is weird. There used to be a Neo-Mexicanus called Medusa that I loved. I loved it, and then it doesn't exist anymore. I don't know why.
It disappeared.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, it looked into a mirr.
That's possible. It all turned to stuff.
Its head was cut off. And...
yeah. But that was my favorite neo hop that was around, and it popped up, I don't know, probably 10 years ago now, and then now it's kind of gone. But I mean, I'm glad they're out there. I just don't need a single hop IPA with it.
Yeah, you look at hop descriptions on like one of the hop reseller websites, and it's always, pineapple, citrus, apple, and then you get the Neo-Mexicanus, and it's like cream, menthol, oak, vanilla, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
So y'all are skeptical on like, what if we did, one of the beers is Idaho 7, one of the beers was Idaho 7 with a sprinkling of Zappa,
That would be interesting to see how much it changes.
Yeah, or do like a triangle test where 2 of the beers don't have Zappa and one has one sprinkled in somewhere, and we have to figure out which one it is.
Put a single Zappa pellet in every other single hop.
How good are we?
Do all the single hops that you have, and then redo them, and add drop 1 pellet in.
That's getting pretty expensive.
Well, it's a big budget show, isn't it?
Yeah,
it used to be.
You got Star Wars money.
That's right. We'll get the infusion check here soon.
That's right. It's sponsored.
Also, I ran into my honey supplier at Sam's the other day, Caleb, who now has like over 100 beehives and is planning to have like 300 next year. He loves my honey IPAs that I have given him in the past. So maybe there's a beer like a honey IPA that's a combination of a lot of these hops. Do these all go together, do you think, or are there some that would clash?
I was going to say, I know 7 tends to stomp on whoever it's with. Cashmere is pretty subtle.
Mm-hmm.
But in my opinion, Eldo and Cashmere play really well together. Yeah, and adding Zappa to any of this would be weird, but I'm here for it.
But it's like salt or MSG, Adam. I'm not doubting Will.
Adding MSG to an IPA is weird.
I do think it's a good idea to maybe brew a Zappa beer again as just a let's see if you can make it taste good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But not a single hop Zappa beer again.
No, not a single hop Zappa beer, and maybe not even a IPA or a pale ale. Maybe just throw it in a stout or a porter or a mild or something. Just so it can redeem itself.
Mild could be fun.
Josh, tell us about this beer. It's delicious, by the way.
Are we drinking this now?
I've been drinking it.
Well, you've been drinking it.
What are we drinking the IPA?
The 2000
okay.
The one that you
2,000 light years away.
lost.
Yeah, Josh, I got to say, you have a beer with a Star Wars reference, a beer with a Green Day reference, a Space Ghost one, and a Vine Stephaner reference. I think we might be best friends. Those are all my favorite things.
There's a lot. Yeah, there are a lot of 90s references in most of the beers that I make, which really most of the bartenders I have are in their 20s, and they always look at me and, what does this even mean? What are you doing? Like, it's going to be funny for the old people that come in here. Like, they're going to get it and they're going to like it.
Yeah, and you're a little bit older.
I don't care if you guys don't like it.
You got to start naming your beers after Skibbity.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What do you want to
get with the Gen Z
beer?
crowd, dude? Yeah, exactly.
And you sent me some really cool stickers as well.
Yeah, me too.
And if I didn't already have one on the back of my laptop, I would. Well, there might be room for another.
I have a graphic arts degree, and my previous life was all in like printing and graphic design. So I have to keep that. I have to use my degree for something.
Yeah,
it works out well for can design, stickers and that kind of stuff. So.
You do very, very well. I like your style. So I also love this beer. So talk about this beer.
So this is a hazy IPA, kind of a lighter spin on one, not quite as. I wanted to keep it a little bit drier and a little bit more citrusy, almost like not really an old school hazy, but it uses mainly Cascade in the dry hop with a little bit of Citra and a little bit of Sabro. And Sabro's a fairly polarizing hop. There's people that really hate Sabro, people that really like Sabro. I really like it. It's kind of a coconutty hop, and really Adam turned me onto a really good deal on some Sabro. And
did you buy it?
I did. Yep.
On.
And I want to go see if I can find more, because now I'm going through it like crazy.
I'm gonna beat you to it because I need to stock up.
It's gonna be a bidding war.
Yeah, maybe. So this one, my hazy IPAs are fairly consistent. It's probably, I guess I could pull up the Beersmith really quick. But I use Pilsner malt for the base on almost all of my hazies. And this one has flaked oats and flaked wheat. No, malted oats and flaked wheat. So typically I do about like a 75% Pilsner malt, and then I kind of bounce between flaked oats, malted oats, malted wheat, flaked wheat, just as like the adjuncts. So, and then I really do a fairly big calcium chloride addition to my water. I think really that's what drives the haziness in these beers is water chemistry. I know there's a lot of opinion on how that worked, but this works for me. And then I typically do fairly short boils on these, 5-10 minutes maybe, with no hops, and then everything is in the whirlpool and dry hop only. So there's no boil hops in this beer at all. This is all a whirlpool with Citra, and then everything else is in the dry hop.
So you boiled the wort for the standard time, like an hour, but
Nope.
Just a short boil.
Bring it up to a boil, and then cut it.
Wow. So this is a hop sampler beer.
Essentially, yeah. I mean, there are some that I boil. I do some hazies. If I wanted a little more bitterness, then I'll do like a 2-minute boil edition. But a lot of them, I kind of want to keep some of that protein in the wort without boiling it out. I think that tends to keep it a little hazier. So they're not exactly like a raw IPA, which I've done in the past too, like a no boil, like bring it up to 185 and kill the heat, and then drop hops at 180, 185.
Wow.
Just to really keep the bitterness as low as you can.
Have you had any issues with haze stability on any? Do you set aside any cans and wait like a few months, see what happens?
Yeah, and it doesn't happen to me often, and when it does, I don't understand why. There's been some beers, I think some of it's hop variety specific. I think some hops tend to clear beers out, and I am no scientist, so I don't fully understand why, but I think that's got something to do with it.
I've done an IPA like you said, where you brought up to 180, and then that was it. Set some back. I can't recall if it was intentional or not to set some kegs back. It was like hazy. Then one day, just crystal clear. It was just, and I talked to some brewing friends who know way more about brewing than I do. There's some science there about like the colloidal nature of. There was no hot break essentially, and so that can look hazy right away, and then at some point that all clumps together and just drops out.
Yep.
But yeah, I like the approach of just come up to a boil and kill it. I'll do that with our hazies as well.
Yeah, well, years ago when we talked to Bob Hansen of Reese about why you boil, and there were 5 Asians. Let's see if I can remember them. There's isomerization, there's pasteurization, there is coagulation, protein coagulation, there is evaporation, and then I got 4 out of 5.
Did you say isomerization?
I said isomerization.
Oh. Skipped right.
I think. But anyway, one of those was protein coagulation, and that's if you're not boiling, you're not coagulating those proteins, and if you want your wort to be cloudy at the end, it seems like, and you're getting the isomerization because you're isomerizing the hops in the post boil time, and you're also getting the pasteurization because you're keeping your wort elevated into that pasteurization zone for an extended period of time. So, you're doing all the things except for, evaporation, but that has to deal with, if you haven't hit your volume, oh shoot, it'll come to me.
Anyway. Gravity. Yeah.
Yeah. Concentration. Maybe it's concentration. If you haven't reached your gravity, you boil more. Anyway, you're doing all that stuff, and it's fun to hear when people do break all the rules like that on the professional scale. This is a delicious beer, and I like it because the bitterness is not. A lot of times with the hazies, they're still a little too bitter for me, but this one is not. It's very easy drinking. Yet exceptionally, fruity and well done in that regard. Scott, you're the John Entwistle of the group. You're the quiet one. What what do you think?
I was going to say, for what reason?
Did you get you got one? Okay, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more. Mine, at least, is a little bit more on the browner side. and I think mine cleared up a little bit from the haziness. I want to use the word soft and dry. I think that's
arid
exactly
extra dry.
Exactly. No, it's got the softness, but it kind of has the dryness too. And I was going to say, is Sabro? I was, forgetting, but is Sabro the coconut one? Because I'm getting a good bit of coconut, and I can definitely get the Cascade. And it's real tasty. It's real good, and the head's hanging around still.
So what color is it? Because I'm curious how these cans. Oh yeah, Oh yes.
Yeah, yours is yellow. Mine.
Yeah, this
yellow.
is.
Yeah.
This is how it should look. I think the shipping was not super friendly to this one.
Nope.
I wondered.
There was headspace in the can too when I opened it, compared to the Black IPA had like nothing in it. It was like filled to the brim.
Mine that had only 2 ounces left looked like yours, Josh. Mine was not dark at all, but I mean, I also opened it like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
I've had this with some other brewery guys that I know that have sent hazies through the mail, and they just get beaten up so badly that they just can't avoid oxidation in a minute. Like Matt, yours especially.
Yeah, I poured it. I was like,
not
what
that beer would look like.
Yeah, it's dark.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Mine's
very dark.
I know mine's doing a stupid. Hold on, mine's doing some stupid algorithmic AI nonsense, but
it's trying hard to make it look good, but that
it's like this is the Black IPA, right?
Yeah, but that means really that's if this was a video podcast, James, that would be a super good example when a beer does get size. That's what happens to it. It's
I do get the Sabro though.
It's crazy, and hazies do it worse than anything.
Matt, this may sound like a personal question, but was your package damp?
It is now.
It was after drinking the Black IPA, let me tell you.
No, but was there liquid in the evidence of liquid in like the can leaked?
Nope.
Oh, weird.
Wait. Nope. The label's a little wrinkly in the corner. No. No. And mine was well packed. Like I had nice. You gave me a nice box. I saved that box.
Yeah.
For shipping it back to you. Because I do have beer to ship.
Oh.
No.
Ooh.
Finally.
Well, like I say, the good news is that the cooler months are almost upon us, and so it's going to be easier to ship beers well. So the summer months are hard for shipping beers because those trucks stay hot. When they actually get out there, and I'm sure the warehouses are hot. I mean, sure everything is hot.
It doesn't help that it's October and it's 90 degrees here.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Maybe we'll get to cool months soon.
I'm still wearing a Hawaiian shirt. It's like middle of the month.
It's been nice. It's 73. Now we're old people, but it's 73 here today. It's nice. Mine was it's darker than yours, Josh, but it's still.
But it's in decent. It's in okay shape. Matt's isn't pretty. Pour that out. Don't.
It doesn't actually taste terrible. Like, it doesn't taste the way it looks. It tastes like it's definitely muted, but it doesn't have that like sickly sweet, oxidative flavor that I usually get.
Yeah, the oxidized stuff.
It has to be timed because, like I said, my can had only 2 ounces left after it leaked, but it was very pale in color and really good, really bright. Really, it had no. I stuck it in the fridge that day and had it that night. It had no signs of oxidation for me, which I was really blown away by. I thought you had some secret method and process to combat oxidation, and
well, I only wanted to send you 2 ounces at a time. Really.
All nitro purged and filled. Yeah,
he's sending you flights of beers.
Flights by mail.
Yeah, there you go.
Patent that.
Chris, how does yours survive?
Well, when mine arrived, it was mid-90s in Texas, mid-90s degrees Fahrenheit. And so, mine's a little darker, but it really doesn't, the flavor hasn't suffered much. It's clear that it's been oxidized a little bit, unavoidably given where I live. But yeah, It's okay. And also, I'm still trying not to giggle over the phrase honey supplier.
That's the next beer name.
My honey man.
My honey supplier. Yeah.
It sounds like a blues song. He's my honey man.
Our sugar supplier, when I make seltzers, I have quite a bit of sugar in storage. I call him my sugar daddy, and I don't think he likes that.
Nice.
It's the way you wink at him when you do, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I yell it when I see him come into the building. I go, "Sugar daddy!" And he's visibly embarrassed.
He gets out his checkbook.
Yeah.
Oh,
Checkbook.
so yeah, what's that?
Talking about the weather, checkbooks, shipping.
So I'll just come up with something fun with the hop sampler, the next one, and I'll be shipping out the Pacific Sunrise /Strata /Comet before too long, and I was debating on whether to send you guys, Adam and Chris have tasted the yuzu ginger beer, and I've been debating on whether to spend the shipping to send it to everybody else or not. I don't know if you guys heard the episode, but high end lemon pledge was.
I think it was organic cleaning product. I think was the term.
Yeah.
Like one of the complaints was it tastes like yuzu and ginger, and I was like, that was the brief. I was supposed to make a beer that tastes like yuzu and ginger, but anyway,
it did a really good job cleaning the floors in my house.
I tasted some of it just before we went on, and I think it's mellowed a little bit. So maybe.
And I'm only teasing James because every other beer I've had from you is really good. So
I'm blaming
I knew exactly why that beer stood out.
I'm blaming the shipping. So anyway. Well, Josh, this has been great, and that beer was worth the wait. It was wonderful, and I'm not. And we're kind of out of time. I don't even know if you would want to do another spin for Masher.
Yeah,
Masher
for 2027.
I mean, to be fair, James, we didn't give him a score either.
Oh, we didn't. Yeah, are we past that, or we?
Too.
Or do we?
Right.
I don't have the. I can't find my.
50 points, and I know it's a 25-point scale. 50 points.
Yeah, I think. Well, it definitely matches all the criteria.
You get that?
Let's drink this. Yeah. It's Oktoberfest. It's October now. Let us drink it.
That's our sign to go here on the.
Yeah.
So once again, Josh, I appreciate you're brewing the beer, you're putting the logo on the can, which is awesome, and the fact that it was such a good beer it just crowns the achievement. So I appreciate your contribution. I mean, all you guys. Now I've had several sips of beer. I'm to the I love you guys stage, but all you guys. All you guys, I don't know, I've said it before, but y'all are an infusion of life into this, more than 20-year-old show. And so I'm very grateful. And I hope that you guys are having fun and getting something out of it too. So.
Well, I was around listening to the show damn near 20 years ago. So I've been with you for quite a while, and it's interesting to be on this side of it now. So, and I talk to people that stop into the brewery and say, did I hear you on Basic Brewing Radio? And the look in their eyes when I was you were on.
You're famous now, Josh.
And I know James Spencer, and
I've drank his beer.
Starstruck. Yeah, I've had people come into the brewery, and if I had an extra bottle in the cooler in the brewery, I'd bring it out, and guys have been super excited to have a Basic Brewing beer. So
that's weird. That's weird, but fun and gratifying. So,
but before we wrap this up,
I think
if we're not going to roll again today, I think we should roll again, and I would like to. I think Adam and I should roll together.
Oh,
and both do the same set of ingredients and see what we both do with it.
We've been discussing a collab.
Yeah.
I mean, St. Paul's only
we're not that
it's
far
a drive away.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, maybe this will be. Can we do it as a Patreon thing?
Wow. For
Ooh,
your guys?
yeah.
So what we're going to do is this is rare, but I think we need to give the financial supporters a treat. So what we're going to do is we're going to shut off this show, and then we'll go to bonus content where we will roll the Masher Luck, a collaborative Masher Luck. So thanks everybody for hanging in there, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks again to Josh, Adam, Matt, Scott, and Chris. Remember, Friday on Halloween, financial supporters will get a bonus episode that we recorded right after this with a collaborative Mash Your Luck Challenge roll and lots of fun stuff. And I believe we tasted Josh's Oktoberfest as well, which was incredible. If you have brewing questions, show suggestions, or just want to say howdy, write to james@basicbrewing.com, or just fill out the contact form on basicbrewing.com. And please don't forget to tell us where you're from. Check out our mobile-friendly shop at basicbrewingshop.com. Thanks to everybody supporting us through our Patreon page. Special goodies coming your way this Friday, in fact. Check that out at patreon.com/basicbrewing. It's all until next time. Until then, thanks for listening, everybody. I'm James Spencer. Production help for Basic Brewing Radio and our website is provided by Kelly Dodson. Basic Brewing Radio is a production of Active Voicing. We'll talk to you next time, everybody. In the meantime, stay well and stay tuned. So long.